Like, wow, you guys should, and then you're like, I would literally would rather not be, but no. That is so crazy. All of our chairs, you're like, what happened to all of the chairs that used to be right there? We're actually using them somewhere else, okay? Chairs being put to good use. We have a show every single Sunday at 291 South Los Angeles Boulevard. We are working with 360 Studios, and it's a really fun time. I really feel like you guys should probably absolutely have to come. I'll be hosting that as well. Let's give it up for Jason Ham, our producer tonight. Give it up for Jason. We'll give it up for Ryan Benson doing our social media. It's really important. I went out to I was at a bar the other night, and this woman told me she did PR, and I said, bless you. Because it's hard. It is so hard. Social media is not fun anymore at all. I was messaging somebody in a hey, can I get a spot way? And it was so hard. It was this DJ. It was so hard. I just didn't know how to be I feel like I had to offer him a spot here. I was really all I want to be you want to hang out? And I was I do comedy. You ever meet somebody and you say you're a comedian and they're I was always supposed to be the Canadian. And they're hot and you roll with it and you're oh no, I can't do a Canadian accent. I used to work at the mall. Thank you so much. And I do miss it all the time. Oh, welcome back. How are you?
Much lighter.
Good. I knew he was going to say something like that. I just wanted it. No, I know I wanted it. So I asked for that. That's when she's heard. We'll talk later. Ooh, okay. We'll talk later. I'm in trouble.
I'll pull you into the back. We'll talk.
Something I learned a long time ago is that I gotta keep my big fat mouth open. You know what I mean? Because no, not like that. Ah! Because if I don't talk, oh, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome back. How are you? I'm good. It's a crowd work night. Yeah, excited. Oh my God. You guys are talking in the front row. It's okay. I'm ready to get this night started, honestly. No, honestly, because it is about to get crazy, weirder even than that. This is Los Angeles. This is an open mic. And we are ready to start the night with the comedy of Bill Strange. Let's do it.
Cool. Yeah, so a while ago, I tried breaking into the BDSM community.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what that is the bondage, domination, sadomasochism community. And the guy I was doing it with was really cool. He's like, listen, Bill, before we get started, I'm going to need a list of all of your limits. And I was young and naive. I was like, you know what? I don't have any limits. Do whatever you want. So he was like, all right. Well, I want to bind your testicles, separate them with zip ties, and slowly run needles through each of them. And I was just like, you know what? I feel like that's my limit. I am glad we had this conversation. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the pronouns I use, but I am what some of you might call a homosexual. And honestly, being gay in 2024 isn't all that bad. My biggest problem was coming out to my dad's side of the family, because they're all Irish Roman Catholic. And if any of you know anything about Irish Roman Catholics, is that they don't like that homosexuality unless it's between a priest and an altar boy, as God intended. So I remember I was I collected a bunch of my cousins, the core group, just to see how it would go. And I sat them all down and I was like, hey guys, so it turns out I'm gay. And they were like, yeah, we know. I was like, you know? I felt like I hit it pretty well. What gave it away? And they're like, well, Bill, never really had a girlfriend, you're not really into sports, Cousin Colin saw you suck a dick. I was like, don't go jumping to conclusions, guys. Like, come on. Honestly, they were all really cool with it. Like, for the most part, there wasn't any hate. There was just a lot of questions. And these young Irish Roman Catholic boys had a lot of suspicious questions about butt stuff. And honestly, I didn't mind answering these questions. It's just they're all the same goddamn questions. It's like, does it even fit up there? What does it feel like? I always thought it would feel like a reverse poop. I was like, congratulations, guys. Sounds like you cracked the case. I don't know why I'm still talking. And one of my cousins swears up and down that I said that using poppers is for quitters. Now, I don't remember saying that. Oh, shoot. Guys, I messed that up. What I was supposed to say is one of my cousins swears up and down that I said using lube is for quitters. And I don't remember saying that, but one hill that I am willing to die on is that using poppers is for quitters. There we go. We brought it back around. Now, how many people in the audience know what a popper is? Oh, okay. So for you guys up here who don't know, essentially a popper is a drug that you sniff to make anal sex more bearable. Exactly. And my basic thought process on that is if you need a performance-enhancing drug for anal sex, maybe you should stick to fucking vaginas like the pussy you are. That's just my thought about it. And they're really cool about it. Like my aunts and uncles, they kind of have a harder time like accepting it and stuff, but it's whatever. They're older, and I kind of feel bad for them because when you're old and set in your ways, it's kind of harder to really like grasp new concepts and stuff. And I'm willing to say that there's been a lot of social change in the last 10 to 15 years, and it can be kind of hard to keep up with if you're not used to it. And like, for example, I have two friends, this guy and this girl, and they got married, which is, you know, normal. Guys and girls get married. 1 second. Oh, that was weird. I am gassy for some reason. I'm a gassy little boy right in the middle of that joke. Well, anyway, so I had this guy and this girl who got married, and, you know, that's normal. Guys and girls get married. It's whatever. But then after they got married, the guy found out that he was actually a she, and they were a trans woman, and they transitioned, turning them into a lesbian couple, which is whatever. Stuff like that happens. It's no big deal. But then after the ex-husband turned into the new wife, the then wife found out that she was actually a he and transitioned into the new husband. And now these two trans people, part of the LGBTQ community, somehow Uno reverse themselves back into a heterosexual relationship. And personally, my favorite part about all that is all the Christian conservatives who must be like so confused about this, because they're all out there going, marriage is between a man and a woman. And these two are like, we completely agree. And like, personally, stuff like that never really bothered me because, you know, it's like as long as two adults are just doing what they love and living their best lives and not hurting anyone, who am I to judge how you sin against God?
Oh, yes.
And I do mean that in the best possible way, because if you think about it, hell's going to be lit. I mean, no, all the movie stars are going to be in hell. All the prostitutes are going to be in hell. All the drug dealers are going to be in hell. The only real problem with hell is you might run into the occasional pedophile. And who knows, you might not run into any of those, because what are these pedophiles doing that priests haven't already done? Shit! 2 Roman Catholic jokes in one 10-minute set. Is there anything that's not off limits to this comedian? Yeah. Another thing that I realized just in living life is that parents get away with a lot of weird shit that just random people would go to like jail for. Like, for example, I went up to my mom when I was a teenager. I went up to her and I was like, Mom, why did you get me circumcised? And she was like, well, Bill, it's just that I find uncircumcised penises not to be aesthetically pleasing. so I decided to have you cut because I'd have to be around it a lot. And I was like, out of all of the answers, I feel like that was the wrong one. I mean, a part of me was like, how often were you just planning on gazing in my little baby dick? Well, I was just there all vulnerable. And on the, like, flip side of that, like, could you imagine if she didn't get me circumcised? And I was a little kid, and I came out of the bathroom, and a man followed me out, went up to her, and was like, "Excuse me, miss. I didn't want to be the one to tell you this, but your son's dick is ugly." And I know you're not supposed to judge other people's parenting styles, but if you want that kid to go anywhere, you're going to have to get a little snip off the tip, if you know what I'm saying. Ay, 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 indeed, sir. Man. So wait, are you going to light me from over there when I'm done?
It's going to actually be right up there.
Right up there. Cool.
When you get to.
When I get 2 minutes. So I'm going to get a little more real with you guys. No, I can't get realer than circumcised penises. Another fun thing that not a lot of people know about me is that I'm also Chinese. Yeah, what? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm Chinese on my mom's side of the family. Of course, I'm not a thoroughbred. This dog's a rescue. But whenever people find out I'm Chinese, they never have anything polite to say. They're never like, "Oh, Bill, you're Chinese. You must have a really rich culture." Or, "Oh, Bill, you're Chinese. You're surprisingly good at driving." They always have something weird to say. For example, when my high school English teacher found out I was Chinese, he was like, "Oh, Bill, you're Chinese? That's real cool. When I first saw you, I just thought you had Down syndrome." Right? Talk about things you can't say in 2024. Like, where was all that Stop Asian Hate in 2009? And honestly, I thought it was kind of funny, so I just kind of let it go. But apparently there was another person who worked at the school who heard him say that, and who told the vice principal. So then I had to have a very awkward parent-teacher conference with the vice principal, the teacher, my mom, and my kind of racist dad, who was like 100% on the teacher's side. Like, my dad was just like, "In Mr. Fields' defense, I still think he has Down syndrome. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe he's just Chinese." And what was really fun is I remember I was also doing this this show with another comedian who was black and she didn't look black, and I was Chinese and I didn't look Chinese, and we were talking about similar life experiences. Then the host came in and was like, "Oh, Bill, you're Chinese? When I first saw you, I just thought you had autism." And I was like, boy, oh boy, if I had a nickel for every time someone mistook my Chinese heritage with a mental disorder, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. And then I remember I had this one friend who was like, "Oh shoot, that's the light, it's just a solid red."
Afterward, I should have explained it, but
Oh, sorry, no, I'll get off, I don't want to.
yeah.
You want to tell them where they can follow you on Instagram?
That was funny.
Oh, what?
Do you have an Instagram people can follow you?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, Bill Stream.
Cool. So anyway, a while ago, I got into yeah, I guess if you want to follow me, I'm William Penelope Strange on Instagram, and yeah, that's cool. So yeah.
Give it up for Bill.
I love that. No, I did. I'm sorry. I have like a weird like energy right now. My Uber driver kept talking to me, and it's like, no, like I'm so serious. Like it like ruined it. It was like the worst foreplay for an event of this kind. When he talked to me about the bathroom, he did so well after the bathroom thing too. Like it was like you killed it. Like give it up for him one more time. It was your first time here, right? You can go sit. Oh, was your seat taken? No.
Oh no, I just enjoy standing because.
Oh, stand up. Yeah.
Oh
No. I made it. Yeah, I made it a pun. Yeah. You could have yes anded. You forgot your. I might have to make you pay $5 more because it seems like you're performing. I'm kidding. I'm joking. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. You had me before. Because I wasn't ready. Because I was getting set up. You set me up. I was getting set up. You be quiet now. Because who's ready for a good night of some comedy? No, I am. And we are not supposed to. Okay, I'll go over some rules I didn't say. So, Ryan, if you'll show the light, well, you'll get the light at 2 minutes, and it's a white light. And then when you're done, you'll get the red light. And that means, like, please leave. And yeah, feel free to always say, like, where the people can find you on Instagram. Or elsewhere. You're also not really supposed to eat in here. So just, no, it's okay, it's okay. No, it's okay, but I'm saying it to everybody, and you answered, so now we know it's you. But before, it could have been anybody. I could have been snacking over there. I could have been. Hey, it's okay. You're, dude. Okay. You're good, man. You okay? No, I'm fine. Sir, are you okay? It's a show, so you're heckling. It's not attractive at all. Okay. So let's get this night of moving. Seriously, give it up for yourselves, comedy. I'm so excited to be here. You can tell by my face and overall energy. I'm going to bring up another comedian. Let's give it up for the comedy. I'm going to throw him up right now. Let's give it up for Anya, everybody. I need him. I love him. I'm a fan.
He's surprised.
Wow. No, that was crazy. I guess it's that time. Let's get into it. What's good, good people? How's it going? Good to see you guys here. I know I always have this very, very energetic demeanor. You're like, where does he get it from? Why is he always on go? Is he addicted to coffee? I know I give that, but actually, it's now I have a good excuse. I just started a new job, so I'm waking up at like 6 a.m. every day. I'm a substitute teacher, but they hired me to do long-term subs. So basically, they were like, "We like you, never leave," which is dope. I actually teach PE, which is physical education for those who have not ever taken PE. And it's really it's dope. The kids are cool. I give off chill vibes, so it's an amazing experience. I don't have to yell at kids. I know I don't do that. They don't pay me extra, so it's like, why I do that? But it's just really hard because kids have that crackhead energy at like 8 a.m. You feel me? And it's like I'm still turning the lights on in my head at that time. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm teaching PE at 8 a.m. You know what we working on? You know what we practicing? Naps. Watch me. Take notes. This is how you do it the best way. You feel me? Because I'm just like, what are we doing? We don't need to be doing nothing this early in the day. I know we have another election around the corner. Everyone's, who voting for, which old white guy do you like more? I don't understand the obsession with the presidency from these old white people. Personally, it doesn't even look like a fun job. You feel me? Like, I feel like you see an astronaut, it's like, oh, he's in space, he's floating around, he's eating space ice cream. I don't know. It just looks cool. They're doing fun shit. You feel me? The president, nothing about the presidency looks fun. Like, look at Obama. He did it, and his whole head was gray in 1 month. His whole head. I've never seen one gray that fast. You can't even do that with the box of Just for Men. This is like, that's naturals. It was so stressful that the whole family was stressed out. Y'all didn't notice? Michelle was so stressed out, she took all the snacks out the vending machine. I was like, Michelle, what does that have to do with anything? Like, I can't have hot fries because your husband is the president? It don't make no damn sense. I mean, look at it. Even the kids, now they see all the kids, they see his children smoking cigarettes. Of course. They ain't had sugar in years. They are stressed out. No one had fun in the White House. I don't know. It just doesn't sound like a fun job. Thank you. I like the delayed laugh. Fuck it. He's here. Come over him. I'm going to talk about next. I feel like, do you guys know what icks are? Yeah, working with kids, I get all the young slang, the cool slang, straight from the source, the kids. Ick is basically something that, like, if you really like somebody, it, like, basically turns you off of them completely. You feel me? And I'm like, I feel like my generation, I love the women of our generation and all they bring to us. I am a feminist. Women first, believe women. But the icks that these women have are so random and unfair. I had one shorty tell me her ick was dudes using gift cards. I said, using a gift card? That's wild. That's ignorant. I'm like, how you not gonna let me use free money? Like, I don't know how. Like, imagine you at a birthday party, you see a girl next to you, somebody gift you a gift card. Like, how do you react to not turn her off? Like, nah, nigga, I got money. Like, how do you react to getting a gift card? Like, I'm mad, bro. Like, how it's money? Like, I don't. It just doesn't make me. What's money? I take a lot of edibles. Shout out to edibles, man. Anyone here take edibles, man? Shout out to weed discreetly. Oh, I'm getting head shakes. Oh, this is the community I'm talking about. Some people judge me for taking edibles. They say, "Oh, Anya, how could you?" I'm not stealing. It's I bought it. You feel me? That's how I do it. I buy it. I do it. This is very simple. But it's always cool because people don't know I do this shit for the community. It's bigger than me. All right, because I'm paying cash for these edibles. I'm not tipping what I'm getting at. I'm going back to the community. The homeless population is eating off of me eating edibles. It's a trickle down. The government says it. I can say it too. Come on now. This is a trickle down. It's from me to them. And it's really cool because I had a situation that I was like I seen the opportunity. You know, I'm leaving the weed shop. There's a homeless man walking up to me. I'm like, oh, I bet. I'm grabbing my little pocket. I'm like, all right, let me see where my wallet's at. You know, I'll get this man blessed up. You feel me? I'm excited. And he's like, man. I said, excuse me, sir. He said, weed or meth? I got the wallet in my hand. I said, that wasn't an option, sir. That was not an option. I didn't even have a third option. I had some monies. He said, weed or meth? That question bothers me for so many reasons. Like weed or meth, first of all, those are two totally different vibes. My nigga, like, you have no direction. You're just moving throughout the day, ready to go anywhere. Like, that's probably on the street right now. You have no direction. Pick and choose. You can't be smoking meth, listen to Wiz Khalifa. You got to pick and choose the life you want to live. Secondly, that looked like I had meth on me. Did I have the meth giver outfit? I don't know. Because I have my uniform. I'm on my way to work. I'm like, this is what the meth givers are wearing? I don't know. Had somebody told me when I was leaving the house, oh, that outfit is giving meth, Anye, I would have changed. I don't want to give meth. And then thirdly, like, do I look like I have a bounty of meth? Like, is meth a shareable drug? I've never been in a position with the homie like, hey, what you finna get into, bro? Damn, bro, I'm finna bust down this meth. Like, what the fuck you busting meth down? I'm not with it, bro. I do weed. That's what we do. We smoking it to get higher, closer to our Lord and Savior, further from the devil. So you got to go up. Hey, there we go. That's the good heck. I like it. Hop in. Not anymore. That's enough. Immediately on and off. I feel like anyone who is extremely disrespectful or has a bad attitude towards other people has just never been knocked out. Like, I don't even mean like in a fight. I just mean in general. Like, I got knocked out at a very early age. I was in 6th grade. You feel me? And I was playing rugby. I went to a prep school. We was doing fun shit. You know, cool shit. You know. You're like, where's rugby? Come on, let me walk with you. Rugby is a sport. It's just like football. No pass. Pass suck. We don't do that. Raw tackles. Good contact. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for joining the show. I'm not gonna talk about your earrings though. I'm gonna keep that out the set. We're gonna get back to it. I'm gonna say it at the end so y'all know what I'm talking about, and then y'all can look and analyze when you come up here. But aside from that, rugby is a sport dominated by Samoan and Polynesian men, women, and children. Shout out to them. They are exceptional at growing. Growth, they got that down pat. Like, if growing was an Olympic sport, Samoans, Polynesians, that's gold and silver every year. And we were playing against the team of these Samoan people. And my team was built just like me. I know I look skinny now. I was skinnier then, believe it or not. And we had one play, get the fuck away. You just run as fast as you can away from anybody. Just throw the ball, and if you're about to get hit, throw the ball to somebody else in our jersey and run for your life. And it made me better. You feel me? Like, when you have a fear of everyone, you run faster. And it was one game, you know, we saw who we was playing against. They looked very grown for their age, 18-year-old bodies, 13-year-old jerseys. They did it, though. They did it. They was out there, and I'm doing our regular play. I'm running, and one Samoan guy jumps from my body. He gets my leg. I turn around. I try to pull my leg away, like I'm just trying to look back. Another one, identically sized, comes around the front and hits me. Lights go out immediately. Now, quick aside. If you ever see somebody knocked out or somebody you know or care about gets knocked out at any point, just relax. Because y'all be more stressed out than the people that got knocked out. There's a million questions that they ask you when you wake up from being knocked out. Like, have you ever came home after work? Don't you got to turn all the lights on? The lights ain't already on. You got to walk through the house and turn the lights on. That's the same way it works in the brain. You feel me? But they gave me no chance. I wake up from the ground. Where are you at? Where you at? I'm panicking because I'm feeling grass. I'm outside. I look around. Okay, I'm at the park. Ding, ding, ding. 1 for 1. Right answer. No one's stressed out. Everybody's okay. What are you doing at the park? Now that's confusing. I come to this park for a lot of reasons. I play basketball here. I do a lot of things. I swim sometimes. I'm black and I swim. Yes. I'm like, I don't know. I'll be at the park a lot. I was playing basketball. They're like, nope, wrong answer. What does that mean? Wrong answer. Is my brain working? They panic. I go to the emergency room. I'm struggling. Whole time, I just need to turn the lights on. So everybody just relax. When somebody gets knocked out, relax. Breathe in, breathe out. We'll be okay. Just let the lights turn back on. That's literally just a PSA for all the neurosurgeons and neuro people. I went to school once. Shout out to us. Thank you guys so much for the time, though. I will close on that. I think I have like a couple seconds left from Anya West on YU WST. Thank you.
Give it up for Anya, everybody. Yes. I love you guys. Okay. Also, you need to make sure to sign in. We all know about the light. I'm saying we're gonna move it. Who's ready for our next comedian? Let's give it up for the comedy of Artem Tiliev, everybody. That's a good feeling. You guys are great.
Thank you very much. All right, good to see everybody. You know, I actually had my debut recently. I performed in an actual comedy club in front of. No, this is actual comedy club, but like a bigger comedy club where people pay to come in, and people pay $25 to see me. So that was amazing. Yeah, I was in the comedy contest thing, and I won nothing, which is okay. That wasn't the goal. The goal was just to be there, you know, and not to bomb. I got some laughs. That was nice. That was very nice. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And after that, I decided to take a break from comedy because I felt like it's taking a toll on my other activities, like work. Yeah, you're going to be able to make money, you know. But now I came back here. Very nice to be back at LA School of Comedy. Very, very nice place. It's so diverse, too. Like, every time you come in, there's a huge diversity. You even have like black people, white people, people in between. Ryan, you know. You even have a Armenian Russian in here who is me. Yeah. If you got one of those, that means it's a diverse room. Da. How was everyone's Valentine's Day? You guys got some Valentines in? Nice. Yeah, I really don't care for this holiday. I think it's the lamest holiday.
Yes.
You get another obligation. You don't even get a day off with it. I mean, what's the deal? That's not cool. I think if we didn't have it, everybody would be okay with that. Yeah, I hated it. Yeah, I hated it when I was single because of all the people that had somebody. And when I had somebody, I hated that I had to do something. And now that I'm married, I figured, you know, I don't care at all. But I wanted to maybe do something nice for the wife and for me. So I got her far away. She actually had to change planes to get there. And when you change planes to go somewhere, that means you're going somewhere far. So that's the best thing we could do for each other on this day. Yeah. So I had no date this Valentine's Day. It's okay. It's just on my own. Talking about dates, you guys heard about that guy. There was a story in like local news. His name is Black Biden. You guys never heard about him? He's like a guy who helps police catch child predators. Yeah, he's for real. He does it. He helps police set him up and like catch him and tackle them. And they had this little bit on TV. They were showing how they this guy, middle-aged guy, supposed to meet like a 15-year-old boy for a date at the local Carl's Jr. I mean, the first question comes to mind, like, why Carl's Jr.? So there's so many other fast food chain restaurants. I mean, why did this son of a bitch chose Carl's Jr.? It's definitely not the burger, because I don't think they have the best burger or the French fries. It must be something else. I mean, McDonald's now, like Jack in the Box or In and Out, nothing sounds, predatorish enough, I guess. But Carl's Jr. does, especially that Junior part really sparked something for that bastard. But he didn't. The date it didn't go down. The other date didn't show up. The police showed up, and the guy tried to run away. It was all on camera. It's crazy. The guy tried to run away, but Black Biden was there. He got him. Fucking got this scumbag. Yeah, I love that guy. I'm on Black Biden's team. They asked him, "How long are you planning on doing this?" He said, "Until I'm satisfied." And he looks nothing like a satisfied man. So all these child predators, they're all in trouble because Black Biden is out there. He's gonna get him. He's gonna get him. I mean, what kind of a fucked up individual you have to be to look at the child and think, "Oh, I would hit that." I mean, what kind of a sick bastard you have to be? Like, when I see a kid, first thing on my mind, I'm like, "You were a spoiled son of a bitch." That's the first thing on my mind. And all I want to do is to kick this motherfucker's ass. Just to educate the bastard. Kids are so spoiled in this country, unbelievable. Like, I'm from another country, right? Kids respect the older, the elder, But here, they disrespect. It's crazy. I mean, this country would have been so much better if people beat their kids over here.
Yes.
Like, ass whooping is really underrated in the United States of America. Like, you guys think that it's not good for the kids, but it's actually really good. Like, the whole world is doing it and works out good for them. This is how they get ahead of us, guys. They're willing to invest in their children because they know you want to make a difference in someone's life, you have to whoop that ass. You make it much better. You make him a favor, So don't be scared. Just go in there and fucking whoop some ass. I can't wait to have kids. When I have kids, I'm gonna beat them up. Like, they will live in the Soviet Union, and when they turn 18, they go to the United States of America. That's how it's gonna be. Yeah. My parents were born and raised in Russia, and I mean, in Soviet Union, everybody who grew up in Soviet Union had their asses whooped. It's just how it was. You start in the morning, then you get some in school. They use special equipment, and then you get one more at the end of the day, just to make sure the other two didn't go to waste. Kids knew from very young age, if you do something wrong, somebody's gonna come over and will hit you on the head. And that didn't change when you grew up, however. Just the stakes got a bit higher, but the same fucking story. Like, that's why they probably the Soviets fell apart, because they were just fucking murdering people. I was born in Soviet Union. That's how old I am, but I didn't get the full benefit of the Soviet educational system, because by the time I went to the first grade, the Soviets already fell. The democracy came. Nobody gave a shit anymore. Yeah. And my parents didn't beat me, They didn't beat me. My grandmother did for them. And she was like an amazing person. She had like 7 previous children that she raised. And usually they gave up, like on the second one. You're like, you know what? The first one took so much energy out. They just leave the other ones alone, see what happens to them. But she was dedicated. She whooped my ass. Where I'm from, they say if they beat you, that means they love you. And she proved her love to me every day. I think I was her favorite. She told my mom one time, like, yeah, all the other kids, they were taking the beating, but this is the only one who's fighting back. Why is that? What's up with that? I mean, what do you mean, what's up with that? You're throwing heavy leather at me. Of course I'm going to fight back. It's a survival instinct. Plus, you had 7 previous opponents. I'm making my debut. I'm going to bring my A game. Shit. The worst thing she done, she put salt in my mouth one time. That was very painful. If you never had that in your mouth, try it. It's disgusting. Yeah, I would rather have her beat my ass, because that burning sensation just wears off. But the fucking salt doesn't. Whatever she wanted to teach me that day, I learned real good. I never called her a bitch one more time. That was the only time. Yeah. But my dad actually hit me one time, just one time. When I took the car without his permission, and when I came back, he was standing outside waiting, like, and I knew he's gonna hit me because his mother had the same look on her face when she was gonna hit me. And I came on, he just fucking punched me in the chest. And I said, Dad, your mama hits harder. He's like, I know, kid. And that's when we made peace, you know. We finally were in peace with my dad. It takes a beating from the same woman to be like, you know, to be cool with each other. My dad is something else. He still lives in Russia, and he's stuck in like 1995. I think this was his best year, so he doesn't want to leave it. Like, he still has like a television set that he watches is like those with the big back, you know, and the lens on the front. And he just got himself a smartphone like 3 months ago, and he's using magnifying glass on the screen. I mean, I don't want to let him know that you can actually zoom in, because that's gonna fucking freak him out. He's gonna throw that thing away. He still reads his Playboys, I think. Yeah, but when I saw that magnifying glass, I was like, oh my God, Dad, please don't show it to anybody else. I'm almost out of time, guys. So thanks a lot for the laughs. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the host.
Give it for our time, everybody. Speaking of grandmas, mine told me to look into sperm donors today. That's also how my day is doing. I was like, were you kidnapped? This is the woman who I told her we were at the graveyard visiting. We were at the graveyard for my other grandma's funeral. And like on the way there, she's like looking for coupons like to go to Gelson's. I'm like, you don't want this energy for you, and I know that's the truth. But we get there and she sees this empty plot, and she's like, this is where I'm gonna be. And there's this little like water like sewage thing. And she's looking for somebody to complain to, and I'm like, this is too much. Like, this is too much. And there's a bench, and I go, don't worry. I'll come here every single day. I don't even visit her every day now. That's so sad. But I visit her. Gets in the cradle and the cradle. I said, I'll visit her every day. And she said, you better not. You better be married. But today on Friday, February 16th, my grandma said, you don't have to be married now these days anymore. I was like, damn. That's what you choose to be woke about right now. She's like, you know, you can pick now. Like, we have choices. And I was like, thank you for the reminder of how much easier it is nowadays. But this night is just gonna get easier, breezier, beautifuler. Let's give it up for the comedy of Will Cable, everybody. There's no cover girl.
Oh, Sam, don't worry about that marriage stuff. Yeah, I'm in recovery. I'm a recovering father and husband. It gets bad. Yeah, I listen to my kids. I spoil them. So I guess I've become a modern father. I've got a 14 and 16-year-old. The 14-year-old, how can we say this? He's more of the dreamer, the left-handed one, the always naked one. Gets a lot of ideas, and those ideas, I guess they come to him in the shower. Yeah, I guess water hits his body, and boom, light bulb goes off. Because next thing you know, I'll be standing there, or he'll be standing there next to me naked. I'll be on the couch. He's got soap in his hair coming down, dripping wet, dry towel thrown over his shoulder, and says to me, Dad, I had an idea. And that's when I start to get a little nervous. He goes, I made a new airline, direct flight, LAX to Bali. Gonna call it Red Jet. I said, well, why Red Jet? He's like, Dad, it's a 19-and-a-half-hour flight. Red Jet. I'm like, okay, that's great. You know so much about airplanes, but how about you learn how to rinse the soap out of your hair and dry off before you get out of the shower? Actually, all right, that's a lie. I don't say that because I want to be supportive, and I don't want to stifle his creativity. Except once I had to say something because I ran into him in his room. We were both naked, though, this time. I, though, had rinsed off and dried off. That bastard came running out. I could see the light bulb. And I just was like, Adam, you have got to dry off and rinse off before getting out of the shower. He paused. Dad, when you're making fried chicken, the best kind is double battered. That's how we serve it on the flight from LAX to Bali. I was like, don't you know anything about grease traps on airlines? Have you ever seen them cook anything? He's like, no. Red Jet can do it. Called me bra, too. He's always like, bra. Look around, and then I have to realize, oh, I'm bra. All right, why was I in his room naked? So his older brother, they share a room. He's 16 and an inch taller than me. He has taken over my not my wardrobe, our wardrobe, to the point where I have nothing. I don't have any pants, I don't have any socks, I don't have any underwear, I don't have any nothing. You would think seeing your naked father in your room, in there flopping around, would deter you from taking his clothes. Not one bit. He even, I guess when all the clothes are gone, he wears his mother's clothes. The other day he came out, he's like, Mom, these pants they feel nice and look at how they fit me. Thank you, they're mine now. I'm just like, all right. I heard her go in there and say, can I borrow my blue sweater? And how about my pants? And he just looked at her and he went, bra, I'm wearing them. She's bra too. Oh, man. Yeah, sorry, I'm spacing out here. Just the thought of having to go home to that when I get done here. It's not, I guess the fact that he takes our clothes, he looks better in them than we do. He's a straight A student, a varsity athlete, and I'm such a disappointment. He, what did he get? He got a 4.1 GPA last semester. I can't fathom that. I mean, divide it in half, and that's the old man. I mean, maybe you can leave some GPA for the other kids. I don't know. When he was 7, he hit the game-winning run in Little League. On the way home, he said, Dad, you have no idea what it's like to be as good as me. And I said, well, no, son, I don't. But we're almost to the gas station. Keep pushing the car. You're an athlete. You can make it. I do. I'm proud of him. I like to encourage his athleticism. So I take him. I take him to the sports bars. That's how my contribution is. Actually, I do take him surfing too. That's the other thing. Not in that order. It's always surfing first, and then we go to the sports bar. And it's really, the sports bars aren't for me. Again, he's the athlete. It teaches him social skills, how to drink responsibly, how to work Uber at the end of the night and get Dad home safely. And I guess it's good for me too. I did realize I do like day drinking. I had no clue before going to the sports bar. Yeah, sometimes we stay a little late. One time we'd had a good day of male bonding, surfing, sports bars. We missed curfew for the kids. Got home around 1:30 in the morning. And my wife, as we walked in, she was happy. She doesn't care. Said, they smell like perfume. And immediately my youngest goes, oh, that was Ashley. Dad calls her the bar sitter. She bought me French fries, played basketball games with us, told me about how her mood's improved, that her medication's working. She's got blonde hair, dark roots, and I'm like, oh yeah. And he said, Dad was at the bar most of the time with his friends. And Ashley did say to me, what are you doing taking your kids to the bar here? And I said, well, I'm living my life. That's how you do it. Yeah, we make it work. My dad was a Navy captain, though. He, we got along. He would finally calm down, let his guard down, and put me in danger. And that's how we would have a good time. one time we went hang gliding, and you had to weigh 150 pounds. And I was kind of a skinny kid. I think it was 8th grade. I weighed 85. So we lied and said I weighed the 150. And I found out very quickly the reason why you have to weigh 150 to go hang gliding is to control it. I went off that. It was a sand dune, not like a cliff. But I did crash. No harm, no foul. What did we do after that? We went fishing once, and with my dad in the Bahamas. Again, Navy captain. Figured he knew what he was doing. Threw the anchor over, and it was like next to this reef and just the deep. I just remember seeing that blue. And he was very concerned about drifting. So he had to set the anchor. He set the anchor so much, I'm going, that anchor's not coming up. But you don't say no to a Navy captain. We fished for a little bit. We caught lots of fish parts. And I didn't understand that at first. And sometimes we'd get a big hit, or a little hit, I should say, and then a big hit, and then nothing. And then I realized it was the sharks. They were taking our bait, or I should say we were catching bait for the sharks. End of the day, we went to pull up that anchor, and lo and behold, I knew something. That anchor was stuck. And he just said, well, you're just going to have to swim down there and get it out. And I'm just thinking, no, I'm not. And I guess he saw the look of bewilderment on my face, and he tried to do, let's make a deal. And he said, well, why don't you just get in the water and tell me how you feel? And I said, well, I don't need to do that. I'm going to feel like I shouldn't be in the water. But I did do that, and it worked out. And it was kind of a rush, and I did kind of enjoy that. Later in life, he bought an organic farm, and he got all excited. He made a pile of wood about the size of a baseball field, 2 stories high, and we got some Molotov cocktails. For those, do you know Molotov cocktails? You do. You know, you put that rag with the gasoline, light it on fire, and you throw it and go kaboom. Yeah. And he was just like, aren't you having fun? And I'm going, well, I'm not in the air, and there's no sharks around here. So I guess this is a pretty good time. That fire burned for 2 days, though. Yeah, all right, I guess there was a little bit of danger. He also used to buy cars that didn't work. And they were fixed easily with things like magic sticks. Magic sticks you find on the side of the road when they break down for the first time. And you keep on the dashboard. So when it conks out in the intersection, he sends you out, pops the hood, and I could take off the air filter, open the flapper valve, stick the magic stick in, give him the signal so he could start the car, make sure it went, take the magic stick out, put the air filter back on, close it, give him the magic stick to put on the dashboard so when it broke down the next day. Yeah, I'm going to go right now. I don't know where I am. All right.
Will and the magic stick. Okay, give it up for one more time, everybody. I know, me too, I'm out of it, but we're here. I mean, dude, do you ever have that? Like sometimes I forget I'm watching comedy, I get confused, or I picture you guys. Sometimes I picture you guys up here. I pretend that I'm at a TEDx conference. And I like sometimes when you guys really get into it, like if you're telling a story, like I don't know, like who's saying something, and I was like, what if he like gets onto a metaphor, or I'm like, the product could be promoted here. Anyways, who's ready for the comedy of Richard White?
Yeah, this thing is really moving today. This stage. How are we doing tonight? Good? Good, okay. So it's really unfortunate that my last name is White. It's not white sounding, it's literally white. It also doesn't help that my first name is Richard. Because you take Richard and you shorten it, you get Rich. Now I'm a Rich White. And I'm even failing to live up to my name because I have no fucking money. So it's not helping. I'm just happy my parents didn't call me what they originally wanted to, which was Richard White Supremacist. They went, that might be a little too much. And I'm like, I think that's correct. But they said, we can go white. We can still go white. So they gave me the middle name James. Real strong Mayflower name right there. Richard James White. If you were to say that name into a crowd of people, someone would eventually go, did that guy colonize a country? Probably. I sound like I don't know one, but two plantations. I don't know what the fuck my parents were thinking. Did I just shoot out of my mom's vagina? My dad holds me for the first time in his arms, his newborn son. With a little twinkle in his eye, he just goes, I'm going to give you the greatest slave owner name that's ever existed. I do feel like my parents are out to get me, though. I really do. I feel like they've been out to get me from the start. Right? Because for example, I just turned 30. And thank you. And I just, and I celebrated my birthday in Florida with my mom, visiting her. And every few years on my birthday, my mom likes to give me this special gift. She likes to shatter my reality and make me question who I thought I was as a person. And what I mean by this gem that she said to me this year was we were drinking at a bar, and she went, Rich, you know I was supposed to have you in January? Meaning I was born in December 20th. So that shocked me. I was like, oh, I didn't realize she induced labor. I'm like, Mom, why was I born in December? And she looked at me so sweetly, as if any mom would, and she said, for tax purposes. I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? What are you talking about? You have to elaborate. And she's like, okay, I will. Yeah, we had you as a tax write-off. I'm like, a fucking tax write-off. You know who gave them that idea? Their doctor. Yeah, I knew he was a medical professional, but I didn't realize he moonlighted as their financial advisor, too. Yeah, they were just chatting about me. They were having a nice little powwow about my life, my literal livelihood, like I was a 20% off coupon about to expire. The doctor became a car salesman that day. He's like, hey, happy Honda days is almost over. Let's get you in a new Honda Civic, huh? And here's the thing about tax write-offs. Usually there's money with that. I didn't see a fucking dime, okay? I haven't seen a cent, all right? I thought they would have given it to me on my birthmas. Now, if you don't know what birthmas is, anyone's birthday who's close to Christmas, what your parents do is they decide to ruin your childhood by combining the two. It's a real humbling experience. So I thought they would have given me some money, but no. But I'm really just scared of my mom. For what she's going to tell me when I'm like 40 years old. She's just going to sit me down and go, Rich, have you ever seen The Truman Show? You're living it, buddy. I'm not even your mom. So like I said, I'm 30. And sometimes I think, maybe I could have a couple kids or a kid. But then that's immediately subdued by, no, fuck that, kids suck. Right? I like babies, but, the second they start talking, it's like, let's shut that shit down. Like, we don't need that, Because here's the thing. Kids say whatever the fuck is in their mind. They say whatever they want. No filter, right? I was at a kid's birthday party once. This kid came up to me and said, hey, SpongeBob teeth. Why why did you just call me that? He's like, oh, because the giant gap in the middle of your teeth. And before I could even respond to the disrespect, he just starts Fortnite dancing. And as he's dancing, in my head, I'm thinking, I didn't even know that this was a thing. I do now. Yeah, now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. And when he's done dancing, I have to go, good job, buddy, great job, like he didn't just unlock a brand new insecurity in me. But that's kids, right? They're fucking weird. They'll be sitting there playing with their Hot Wheels like, and then they'll just stop and stare at you in your eyes and go, Mommy hits Daddy all the time. What kind of fucking psychopath shit is that? What the fuck? Anyway, Anya, you were talking about being a substitute teacher? I used to be one too. You know what else? You know what's really fucked up? They let you be a substitute teacher when you're 20 years old, okay? So you only have to be 2 years out of high school. So I substituted the high school that I graduated from 2 years later. I was substituting kids that I was smoking weed with. Okay? You know how fucking weird that is? I had teachers that hated me too, right? So when they saw me back, they were like, you fucking motherfucker. I'm like, you thought you got rid of me, you didn't. There's this one teacher, Mr. Herbert. He kicked me off the track team. And I remember, I got to go into the teacher's lounge for the first time ever, and I was like, this is fucking sick. I mean, it was pretty sad and pathetic, but it was sick from that perspective. So I get in there, and Mr. Herbert was there. And I was like, hey, Mr. Herbert, excited to see me again? He said, no, I'm not. I was like, oh, shit, okay, he's going to be honest with me. I'm an adult now, that's fine. But I did get to substitute kids once, and I was a PE teacher for a little bit. And I just thought that was strange that they put me in charge of, 10 kids. I can't even take care of myself. And they were like, I'm like, is there, a guide? What are we supposed to do? And they're like, oh, we got a bunch of, equipment. Just do your thing. I'm like, what? Do my thing? I don't know what the fuck to do. So there was a couple footballs, and I'm like, I'm going to teach these kids how to punt a football. I'm not good at that at all. But here's the thing, kids have no idea. So they were like, dude, he's so good. I'm not. But they were like, he's so good. I'm not. So I just want to relate it because I forgot I was a substitute teacher. That was a huge part of my thing. I'm just going to riff here. I'm going to do something new. So I went gambling a few weeks ago, and I lost $100. And I was like, I'm going to go home. But then I thought, the gambler mindset is 99% of gamblers quit right before they're about to hit it big. Okay? And so I said, I'm going to take out $20 more, and I won my $100 back. $100.50. That 50 cents is important, okay? I go to the cashier. She hands me a crisp $100 bill, and she goes, you seem like a nice kid. Let me give you a lucky half dollar, 50 cents. I'm like, hell yeah, lucky, $2 bill, same thing, sort of like it's rare. So I go home, drive home 2 hours. I'm taking off my Converse sneakers. You know I have to take them off every lace at a time? Apparently to be fashionable, it's fucking difficult, right? So as I'm taking off one of the laces, I pull it up a little too hard, and the little plastic piece just hits me right in the left eye. So I go down like a ton of bricks. My fiance comes out, and she's like, the way I looked like I got hit in the face with a hammer the way I was reacting. But I was like, no, it's just a string. My eye was blurry for 2 days, okay? And in my head, I'm thinking, I should have fucking known when that woman handed me that $50 coin. You know who's on the $50? No, it's John F. Kennedy. Hey, real lucky guy, huh? Hey, he's still alive. He's still alive, right? Yeah. Whose bright idea was that to put his head on a coin? By the way, they put it on in 1964, a year after it happened. So they were shooting around where they're just like, we got to commemorate JFK somehow. Should we put like his name on the coin? They're like, no, let's put his head. Right? Yeah. Let's put his head the year after he got shot in the head. That sounds like why not just double down and put the bullet hole in the back too? Maybe the exit wound, you know? Who thought of that? Also, I don't know if you know, the $50 is one of the biggest coins, so he had the biggest head out of all the coins. I don't know how that passed through. How do you think Abe Lincoln feels? Bro got shot in the head too, but he's on the 1 cent coin. That's the lowest. I think he's rolling his grave being like, not only did they disrespect me by putting my head on a coin, but I'm the lowest valued one. For all the shit that he did, people with pennies, you just toss them on the ground. You don't give a shit. Wishing time. I've seen more people throw pennies. I've never seen people throw money in my life except for a penny, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, so my left eye is feeling a lot better, but that shit kind of sucks. I was, it's fucked up. What, I have 2 minutes left? Okay, this keeps going. It's my fault, isn't it?
That time doesn't count.
No, it's all right. Let's see if it will.
Oh,
Is it a chord maybe?
Is it four?
no, it's okay.
Hello. Hello. Okay, now that's weird. Okay. This is eating up my time, isn't it? Shit. Okay.
None of that counts. We got 2 minutes.
I didn't realize you ran this place. Hell yeah. This guy has been talking the entire time.
Really?
He's like, no, I would have thought it was something different, honestly, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. Real quick. Okay, ready? Okay, real fast. Homophobic men are very interesting critters because they're the first to hate gay people, but the majority of them did wrestling in high school. And if you don't know what wrestling is, you couldn't have picked a gayer sport to do from an inside perspective. If anyone's doing wrestling, they were like, well, this is a little bit gay. It's been gay from the start, okay, when the Greeks were like, hey, we should do this naked. That wasn't like an end point. They jumped off with that. They were like, let's do this. If you don't know what wrestling is, it's a bunch of men hugging each other aggressively, getting all sweaty and hot, tossing each other around until you pin someone into submission. I believe historians were wrong. I don't think wrestling was ever a sport. Let's just call it what it is. It was sexual role play. I mean, come on. There's a literal stance position in wrestling where a guy gets down on all fours, ass up. And another guy gets down like this, dick to ass. That's a starting position. If anyone were to walk by and see this, they go, those two guys are inside of each other. Because there's no other reason why they would be in this position. But listen, it's not... I know my time's up. Fuck. Well, anyway, thank you so much. My name is Richard White. You can find me on TikTok at Very Rich Comedy and Instagram at RichardWhite_official.
Richard White, everybody! How are we feeling, guys? Good? Best Friday ever? I love when I forget who said how was your Valentine's Day? And I was like, I was here. But it was beautiful. It was great. You know, I was with the most men on Valentine's Day that I ever been with. And I got paid. No, I'm kidding. It's because of open mic. Yeah. It was a joke.
Question, like what's the
You
how
w-
many time is it again you got left?
2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any more questions or you're good? You've gotten so much free time tonight. I just want you to know. You have so much play. Oh my God. Okay. I'm so no. Me too, babe. We can tell. This isn't my dad. And that's my dad. He always says this to me. No, I'm kidding. Could you imagine if the whole time? No, it wasn't. It could be my grandpa. I'm excited. Anya brought some new people here tonight, and that is really exciting. It's everyone's first time here, right? Yeah. Welcome to our place. I'm ready for the comedy of Honey Jackson. Oh, you're not gonna go. Okay. So you're not going, and you're not going. Okay. And Sean's going. Okay. So, well, for the people watching live, come in person also. One time my mom saw me do comedy for the first time. One time my mom saw me do comedy for the first time last week. And we speak the same, like this is like actually like he's literally my dad. Like it's so funny. Like he just doesn't even know. But but she what's it called? She told me I was way better in person. My mom said that to me. So who's ready for our next comedian? I am. And I miss this guy. Welcome back to the stage, Ian Young.
Yeah, give it up for Sam. Great host. Having a tough week this week. I broke my foot, so just forgot how to walk downstairs. So it was a tough one, but you know, you live and you learn. Didn't you have a broken foot before, Anya? Didn't you have a boot? Bruised. And they give you boots for those too? Yeah. Is that okay? Cool. Let's see here. Did everyone see Drake's dick? Is that, yeah. What a dick, man. What a weapon. What a weapon. Oh my God. I stared at that for so long. Oh my God. It was like in my dreams. But yeah, I used to play pro hockey for a living. No applause, we're good. No. But yeah, my career got ended by a really bad concussion though. I got hit by a puck right between the eyes, and it broke my orbital bone in my nose. It fucked me up really bad. I got my third nose surgery out of it though, which is cool. So I'm on pace with Matt Rife. But yeah, it's been a while, but I still have symptoms, and I'm like worried about different shit. Like I'm worried about CTE a lot. Do you guys know what that is? If you don't know, it's like a progressive brain disease from repeated blows to the head. So it's common in like hockey players, football players, and like anyone who's given Drake a hand job, you know. Okay. Trying stuff out, you know. Let's see what else we got. I'm scared of getting old. Getting old is really terrifying, like just all the problems and shit people start having. But I did read an article in the New York Times. It's not all that bad. I guess old people in retirement homes have like a lot of sex. Like they're fucking a lot in there. It's a real thing. They do. And that would be wild. But I guess 40% of people between 65 and 80 are sexually active, which is crazy. 40% have more sex than I do, which is wild. But it's exciting, you know. Can you imagine that? Firing out like a 5 p.m. you up text? That'd be pretty cool. Throw on your fancy diaper, the silk one, you know. Yeah, a little Jeopardy and chill. It's cool. If someone ghosts you in a retirement home, it's hard because you don't know if it's like an Alzheimer's thing and they forgot who you are, or if they're sitting above someone's fireplace. You know, they could be an actual ghost. But yeah, that would be difficult. We can change the subject. It's cool. What else? I'm trying to get my life together. I'm not doing a very good job because I can't even walk, but I don't know. I had 3 plants die this year. It's just not going my way. All succulents, you know. But I feel like I'm preparing for the real world. Playing hockey really prepares you, because like there's not a lot of things at work my boss can say that won't bother me. One time I was playing and I took a really bad hit in the corner. And I came back to the bench, like holding my shoulder, and my coach leaned down and he was like, "Did you hurt your shoulder?" And I was like, "Yeah, that guy got me pretty good." And he was like, "Did you also hurt your pussy?" Yeah. And I was like, "No, it's just the shoulder thing." But trying to take dating more seriously. I'm kind of on the quiet and shy side of things, so I tend to end up with a lot of like aggressive women. Maybe not aggressive, but I like seem to have a type. It's type A. But yeah, I don't know. Like little things start happening. Like I feel like the girls I date, they make me pay for everything. They get mad if I don't text them first. They try to sleep with my roommate. It's kind of annoying, but we get through it. What else we got? What about dating apps? Nobody ever talks about dating apps in comedy. Dating apps bring on a lot of shame. They're tough. I was on one recently and it told me I ran out of likes, which that's an empty feeling, you know. When you get cut off by, it's like getting cut off by a bartender. They're like, you don't have to go home, but you're creeping people out here, you know. And they're deceiving. Like people don't like put the pictures that look nothing like them up there. Like I don't know, you'll see like a girl that looks like fit in all her photos, and then you show up to meet in person and the guy's huge, you know. So it's tough. Let's see what else. I feel like I end up with a lot of girls who are into astrology too. I don't really know much about astrology or get it, but it's cool, whatever. One time a girl came up to me at a bar. She came up and said hi. She was like, "When's your birthday?" And I was like, "January 19th." And she was like, "So what does that make you?" And I was like, 30? I don't know. But one time I went back, I hooked up with this girl that was really into astrology, and she wanted me to download this app called CoStar. Do you guys know what that is? Yeah, it's like an astrology app. You a big CoStar fan? He's like, "I got my horoscope right here, man." It's like, check it out. Your fiance, yeah, okay, sure, all right.
My loving relationship.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, she was trying to get me to download this app, and I didn't want to, but I did it. I've never paid for sex, but I've downloaded an astrology app for it. So, but yeah, what else we got? I've had a couple bad breakups recently, and I think I've decided the worst breakup you can have is when like you're into someone and they tell you should just be friends. That's when you really know it's over, you know? When they're like, "I'm totally comfortable hanging out with you without even being slightly tempted to fuck you," you know? It's tough. But one time a girl broke up with me the same day my grandpa died, that was a tough day, yeah. But she was like, "We should just be friends." And I remember I was like kind of upset about it, and I slowly realized like I probably had a better chance of getting my grandpa back, you know? But, you know, I should have seen it coming. She was such a Libra, you know? All right. What else can we do? Someone recently told me I look like a gay Adam Levine. Yeah. And I was like, "Good one, Dad." No. Who was talking about autism? Somebody talking about autism before? On the spectrum. Well, my friends do make fun of me and tell me I look like I'm autistic. So thanks, man. No, they do. I got insecure about it and went to a doctor to get tested. but it turns out I don't have it, which kind of sucks. You know? The only thing worse is just looking like you do. So, but we're having a good time. We're having a good time. Yeah, I disagreed with the doctor though. I went and got a second diagnosis over on TikTok. So they can pretty much diagnose you with anything. It's like the WebMD of mental illness. But yeah, damn, this 10 minutes is really taking a while. You guys sure you started the timer? All right, I'm kind of drawing a blank, so I'll give the time back. Thanks, everyone. I'm Ian Young.
Give it up for Ian Young, everybody. Leo, are you good being live streamed? Are you good being live? Leo, right?
Yeah.
You're good being live streamed?
Yeah. Sure.
You could say no.
That's cool.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still a live stream. Give it up for the comedy of Leo Kano. Let's do it. It's you. You're here. Get your thing ready. All right. Let's do it. Give it up for Leo.
Hey, what's up, you guys? You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
All right, man. Dude, I don't even know what I want to talk about. What's so funny? This guy's way too mellow right now. This got done fucking nuts. But in any case, who's laughing back there anyway? Oh, it's the Jew. Go hide in a tunnel, man. I'm saying love.
I'm not in a war. So
All right, gotcha. All right, shut the fuck up. Anyways, he's thinking like, that's gonna be a quiet Asian guy. That's not gonna say anything. Man, shut up, dude. Just quiet. Calm down. Anyways, but then, dude, you know what I say? I think customer service fucking sucks. You know, like I come from like a family where we all did customer service, but sometimes my family's a little bit too progressive. You know, because I feel like, for example, like my mom, she's like in the medical field, so she's surrounded by like blood and death and shit. My sister, she works in ammunition because of her military experience. She works like with guns. Dude, I spent so much time in the fucking kitchen. It was like fucking bullshit, dude. I was like spending time in like Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel is for people who don't even make it to McDonald's. That shit is like fucking, it's like the worst because like even your supervisor doesn't speak English. You know what I mean? It's like, and then the thing like after there, I like updated to like Chick-fil-A, which was like okay. It was like all right. And I thought I was gonna change like my whole life. And I was like, dude, you know what? I'm gonna be like my sister. I'm gonna join like the Air Force, the military, right? And I went to the recruiter. You know what the fuck they put me in? They put me in food service rep. Dude, she was like in like South Korea. I shit you not, in like military police. They put me as a service rep in Florida. So while she's like dealing with guns and shit, I'm like cooking omelets. It was fun though. I still liked it. Like military was cool. And you guys like your military or family, whichever? Non-patriotic, not no, but it was fun, man. I love the experience, dude. You meet a lot of cool people. You get to travel around a lot. I got stationed in Japan, so I got lucky with that. And dude, nothing is more frustrating when you go to Japan, right? So I'm like Filipino. For all the white guys wondering like what kind of Asian I am. Like I'm Filipino, so we're like the dark-skinned, you know, like fried food. We don't have as much money as Japanese people. We're pretty much the black people of Asians, kind of. Right, you know, like we go. So I went to Japan, and nothing's frustrating when you're like an Asian guy in Japan, and the Asian women don't want to fuck you because they thought they fucked you already. Like they're like fucking all the white guys and everything, and like, so I'm there in like the kitchen. Because obviously, shit doesn't change. You know, you transfer to a different military base, you're still working the same job, and I have all my white and black friends bragging like, bro, I fucked dude, like these two Japanese girls at the same time, bro. They probably were related to you. It's like, dude, how the fuck can you even come back with that, you know? Just like, well, fuck you, dude. Oh, shit, I'll make your sandwich. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know, man. Like, I think, like, because, by the way, you know, the term that gets thrown around a lot is, like, big dick energy. Everyone's throwing that shit, like, out with confidence. I feel like when Asian guys throw that shit out, people are looking at them sideways a little bit, like, really? Like, really? You know, kind of. And just so you guys know, you know, I have to stand up for this because it's kind of dramatic, but I was in track and field, believe it or not. I was, like, one of the only Asian guys in track and field. No, I have a point to this. So in track and field, everyone else was black. I admit, I was in the showers. Yeah, there's a lot of big ones, but you do see some small black dicks in there. I had the perfect measuring tool to compare in high school. And then it's like, dude, like, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I was just kind of just throwing it out there, like, you guys deal with that information. But, you know, that's my point because, like, dude, when you date, you were Russian, right? Like, dude, I dated a Russian girl, and I have to admit, man, they're the coolest motherfuckers, but they're very blunt. Yeah, they are. They're very blunt. They're really cool people. My ex was Russian, and speaking of big dick energy, she'll be like, no, you can go ahead, we can just have sex. It doesn't matter if your dick's not that big. Like, overly blunt. I'm like, ouch. Right? You know, because I feel like today, like, if you're like a guy, you can't be like too overly expressive because like you can be vulnerable, right? Like my friend, he's such a hopeless romantic. Like he always tries to fix everything in whatever relationship he's in. And dude, one time he caught his girlfriend cheating on him through OnlyFans. It's like, dude, how the fuck do you fix that? Like your girl is getting banged by another guy and getting paid for it. And we're there like, bro, you cannot fix this. This is like fucked up. And he's there picking the pieces like, oh, you know, it was only one guy. He's still trying to like in his head contemplate how he could fix the relationship. I'm like, dude, you can't. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, man. But one thing I'll say though too, like I like is like when you travel around, you kind of one of the coolest missions I went on when I was in the Air Force, we're kind of hanging out with these kids from like Afghanistan. They're like refugees. And dude, I love refugees are cool. They're very very humble, but it kind of make you feel like an asshole when you're like American because like whenever you compare your problems to them, they kind of always counter it with some bullshit. Like they'll say some shit that's like real. They'll be like, yeah, dude, they always talk kind of like shaky because they're like trying to emphasize English. Like, yeah, I just got back to the U.S. and I love it here because part of my family members died. And I'm like, shit, fuck. And what can I say with that? Oh yeah, I live in LA. I'm kind of depressed sometimes. So you can't even like counter. I don't know, man. But the other job I got into, dude, I was I worked in like real estate, so I became like a property manager. Just recently, I kind of got a job over in Studio City. And dude, it's a cool job and everything. It's great, but people think whenever you work in real estate, like you're like rich. You only get like minimum wage plus $1. Like that's all the pay really is. Like the only reason why people become in real estate and do a property manager because like it's too expensive for rent. And when the rent's so high in today, I could see why. Like there's some people that suck dick for certain things. You know, like things get so high, you're like, dude, I can kind of see it now. You know, like a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom, it's like almost like upper 2,000. I'm like, dude, it's getting there, you know? Like, and then the thing that sucks about it is you hear the dumbass complaints. Anyone here who works customer service, the hardest part is you have to pretend that you give a shit about people. You know how hard that is? You have to pretend when someone complains about their problem that it also affects you. So someone will call downstairs and be like, so I have an issue with like my bathroom. Like, what's the problem? So my toilet paper dispenser is too small and I can't fit the toilet paper roll inside of there. I'm like, yeah, you should just kill yourself. I don't know what to tell you. I don't really say that, but you know, in your mental note, you kind of think it a little bit, you know. Earlier, what was brought up before, I think punishing your kids. You know, I'm all for that, you know. You kind of balance it out a little bit, you know. You kind of can't like beat them, but I feel like you can at least use like the hand or like the slipper or did anyone get like punished by their parents in here? No, everyone's like, fuck yeah. Like for her kids. Dude, but you know the thing is like definitions change, like because I grew up in the 90s and then like everyone's like take on it changes because like people think anxiety today is when someone ghosts you or someone's not paying attention to you. My dude, in the 90s, I mean, you probably know this especially, like, the 90s anxiety was, like, you spill something on the floor, and then your mom's, like, trying to figure out what she's gonna hit you with. It's like that time in between. Like, you know, it's like, it's to the point where, like, I don't know, man, like, even some little activities that you're doing are innocent, could be dramatic. Like, dude, I was, like, a rollerblader in the 90s, so I was, like, just going around the parks and just being innocent. And skaters will come out like, hey, man, you're a faggot on wheels. And you probably, oh, fuck you, man. And then they could try to get into a fight. You try to get into a fight when you're wearing rollerblades? You know how ridiculous you look trying to get into a fight on rollerblades? You try to push a guy, and this guy just pushes you, and you just go back trying not to crack your head open. I don't know, man. But other than that, though, I think that's my time. My name's Leo Kino. You guys have a good night.
Give it up for Leo Kato, everybody. That was amazing. Shauna, you're down to be live? Yeah. Okay, I'm really ready to meet you right now on stage. I'm so excited. I'm so ready. Wait, what's your last name, my friend? Monet. Monet. Okay, give it up for the comedy of Shauna Monet, everybody.
What's good, y'all? Yeah, we talked about earlier. I'm not gonna lie, my mind has been on this since Bill got off. When he brought up poppers, I thought he was talking about the little paper poppers you throw to the ground and they sound like fireworks. And literally, something in my spirit was like, Shauna, be quiet. You don't know what he's talking about. So he was like, y'all know what y'all talking about? And I was like, no, not at all. And then when he said it was the drugs, I said, see? That's what I get. I don't know everything. Damn. Oh, somebody, you brought up Black Biden. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know where we was going. Okay, but I was ready for the ride. And I'm about to go down a rabbit hole on TikTok about Black Biden. It sounds interesting. For sure. Yeah. Anywho, we done made it through the storm and the rain. Earthquake recently. You know, I'm not going to lie, though. It's Black History Month. I think we need to start over. I don't know about y'all, mine hasn't been going too well. Okay, so like I've been at work, just chilling, and on the first day, why did my coworker, she started talking about Cindy Crawford, you know, the model from the 80s, beautiful woman. And another one of my coworkers goes, yeah, like Tyra Banks. And then my coworker makes a face like, well, Tyra was a little young, and I don't think she was as successful, and I don't think she was a runway model. I'm sorry? If it wasn't for Tyra Banks and Naomi Campbell, you bitches would be walking stiff like this on that damn runway. Respect your elders. Tell me why that same coworker, the second week, she was like, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I was upset when they announced that Usher was gonna be the performance at the Super Bowl. And then I remembered his music and got excited. Upset and Usher in the same sentence is kind of ridiculous, respectfully. And here's my problem, because I didn't say nothing when Taylor Swift got invited to the Super Bowl. I was actually pretty excited for her. And respectfully, who saw the Super Bowl? Make some noise if you saw that wonderful halftime show. Y'all saw Usher, that was a performance from the outfits to the roller skates. For 13 minutes, looking good, right? You know what Taylor Swift did for them 10 minutes she got? This. That's all she fucking did for 10 minutes straight. Okay, don't know about y'all, but you know, it's like $2,000 to go to the Super Bowl. You telling me you paid $2,000 for this for 10 minutes? Restart Black History Month, respectfully. Respectfully. I don't know what else I want to talk about for real. I just be living life, taking names. I think honestly, we need to bring back bullying. We need to do it. I know it's a controversial statement. I'm not saying it because I'm an asshole. I was once bullied, okay? It breeds self-confidence, character, social skills. You know, if I wasn't bullied, I'd probably be one of those girls on that Smash or Pass YouTube videos. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Literally, it'll be like 20 women lined up, and one man will go to each of them and be like, smash or pass. And let me tell you something, those women be losing their morals. If a man like scrunches his eye and looks like he's about to say no, she's like, I can suck dick from the back, no hands. Where's your mother? Respectfully. You know? And I'm really saying we need to bring back bullying because a lot of people are oversharing things. And I blame social media. I really do. I do. Because, you know, TikTok, they have that thing called story time. And it used to be interesting and cool. It'd be like story time on how my sister slept with my man. Story time on how my best friend throw like millions of dollars. But I did hear this one story time that was like, story time on how I found out my baby daddy was a product of incest. What? Why are we not taking secrets to the grave anymore? We are not supposed to know that damn information. People are doing too much for clout, okay? Just go ahead. Shut that shit down immediately. Thank you. Yeah, so vote for me, 2024, to bring back bullying. Yeah, for president. Bring it back bullying, for sure. Y'all don't know who I am. I'm Shauna Monet. I am from Virginia. I'm not from here, as you can tell. Mainly came out here like everybody else to pursue my dreams. You know, I came out here, I had a few friends who told me I would love it out here. You know, like, Shauna, you're going to love LA. It's bright and sunny. It's always something to do. Matter of fact, it's a movie. They never said that movie was directed by Jordan Peele, okay? It's been a horror fucking film ever since I moved here, okay? Because nobody tells you that when you sign a lease, there's a homeless man that comes into your trash can, like Oscar the fucking Grouch, and lives there. Have you ever been told to shut the fuck up at 5 in the morning because you're getting ready for work and you're too loud? Yeah, paying $1,600 a month for like garbage security. It's stressful. Thank you. I appreciate your support from the back, even though people been hating on you. No, I'm joking. You was being type disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting for you to get kicked out low key. No, you good. You good though, bro. Don't talk to me. No, not come say. See, I can't go nowhere with y'all no more. Okay, let me finish this set, please. I don't even know where I left off. It kind of is because I don't know where I'm at now. The guy in the trash can. Oh yeah, horror film ever since. You know what else has been a horror film? Dating. I don't know if we have any prayer warriors in the house, but if you could send a message to the man upstairs to send a new batch of niggas down, that'd be great. Yeah, because the ones here ain't it. Okay? Y'all be broke. Y'all be mean. Y'all keep making podcasts we ain't asked for. Okay? Don't know who's telling you to pick the mic up, but put that shit back down. Thank you. Thank you, please. You know? And somebody brought up apps. I'm going to be real with y'all. I've tried it. You know? Don't like it. Tinder for scammers and serial killers. We seen that shit firsthand. Okay? Documentaries out at this point. Bumble. As a black woman, it's not a good time. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. Old white men telling us how brown and chocolatey we look. Go ahead. Take that fetish. Go to hell. Thank you. Thank you. Hinge. Everybody on there unhinged. Right? Because they got that function called voice prompts. And that's where a man's really going to show that ass. Man, I remember listening to one voice prompt. Man was like, independence on a woman is not attractive. I need for all my women to be submissive. Here's the thing though. Should have known he would have said something like that. Hairline started back here. Okay? Yeah, it's always the odd looking brothers that are problematic. And y'all know what I mean by odd. Not cute. You're not ugly. You're odd. Odd is when your face is a 10, but your teeth throwing up gang signs. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Odd is when you got a 6-pack, but your breath smell like the back of a horse's ass. You know, it's usually a struggle that you just take offense with. Anybody else think they the ugly friend in the friend group? No, just me? Okay, cool. Just pouring out insecurities. Thank you. Look, I'm just being LLA. Realistic, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's okay. I'm not competing with no woman out here. It's Thank you. Oh, stop. You messing up my joke now. I'm not insecure, I'm being realistic. Because it's always, look, I only say that because all the hobgoblins be coming to talk to me. Okay, it never be the cute looking niggas. They always go to my friends first. And that's fine. That's good. Because most of y'all niggas 50-50 niggas anyway. I'm not competing with y'all monsters, respectfully. Just saying. All right, let me go to my set so I get my ass whooped. Literally, but imagine yourself like partying with your friends, turning up at the club. And this one man approached me and my friends and he's like, look, y'all looking good. And I got a section. But why he start pointing? And he was like, yeah, because she cute. She cute. How you doing? She cute. She cute. And the only problem I had with that is he had a lazy eye. One that would make Forrest Whitaker look like Idris Elba. It was absolutely insane and disrespectful. Like, I'd rather you just say nothing, okay? Please and thank you. Okay, before I leave, like I said, it's Black History Month. I'm a black woman. I've seen racism and prejudice everywhere. Never thought I'd see it in the porn industry. Don't leave me. Stay with me, please. Okay. Go to any browser. More than likely, white people on that front page. Nothing wrong with that. Look at those titles. Young Emily being taken away by the Duke of Cambridge. It's always something nice. It's always something fucking classy. But let's take a journey over to the ebony category. Ghetto black booty bitch being taken down by Thug Tyrone. Wow. Wow. And who do you call? Because there's no diversity and inclusion office. There's no HR for this. So I have to take matters into my own hands. I have my organization. Sign-up sheet is in the back if you're interested. Yeah, we are niggas against all corrupt porn. I know that's a mouthful for some. You can call us NAACP for short. Because I had a dream that one day we would not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of how we throw that ass back. My name is Shauna Monet. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Give it up for yourself, for your host.
Give it up for Shauna, everybody. That was an amazing headliner for our live stream. If you guys are watching, I hope you enjoyed. We're live. If anything we can say is that that was like live. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like alive. I was tired before. I'm not able to sleep for days after that. You know what I mean? I love you guys. I've been Sam. We do have 2 more comics after, so stay seated if you're seated. We have a show this Sunday at 291 South La Cienega Boulevard. Seating's at 6:30, showtime's at 7. All of our links are in all of the places. I'll shut the fuck up. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Give it up for Jason Ham for producing. Ryan Benson doing our social media tonight. And soon to Croon Quest. I hope you're sleeping. We miss you. And good night.